Sometimes I wish we could go back to a time when things weren't so complicated.
Welcome to the complexity of toilet paper, the podcast that dives into the everyday moments where we overthink, hesitate, or just get stuck.
I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking.
Let's hear it for the toilet paper!
Through honest conversations, unexpected insights, and a whole lot of humor, your hosts Phyllis Martin, Mark Pollock, and Al Emmerich are here to help you roll with it and make your life a little less complicated. One conversation at a time.
That's right, dude. The beauty of this is its simplicity.
Speaking of which, it's time to enter the stall. Put the lid down, or not, depending. Get comfortable, and roll with it.
Oh, worry not, dear friend. It's really quite simple.
This is the complexity of toilet paper. Welcome to the stall. How about that? Like, wouldn't that be cool if, like, when you stepped into the stall, there was, like, imagine if public restrooms, you walked into the stall, there was like, welcome, Mark Pollock to the stall.
I would love walk-on music. How great would that be?
Holy shit. What an idea. Phyllis Martin. Phyllis, welcome to the stall.
Dun, 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 dun.
And it was different for whatever you had to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, there'd be one for the urinals.
50% of our listeners just dropped off. Go
I know.
They're like, what is going on? You guys must have recorded this on a Friday.
at 4:18.
With friends coming over and cocktails flowing. Oh. Hi, Mark. Hi, Phil.
Hey,
Well,
Al.
hello, Al.
Oh, good afternoon. Welcome to another day in the stall. Anything of any resolute value or interest that you want to share before we bring everybody with us into the stall today for our joyful, fun, intriguing, frustrating topic?
You know, I had a big aha this week. I don't know what has caused it, but let's just go with it.
Cool.
It's really, I think, it's going to sound pathetic and sad. I think it's really the first time. Mark, stop laughing at me. It's too early. I
feel like it's about to be the episode of Eeyore. Well, it was sad, and we had a terrible time.
Leave her alone, Mark. Actually, no, don't leave her alone, because I have to say, total train wreck here. But one of the things that I could have never seen coming is the utter joy of hearing Phyllis Martin's laugh.
Well, let her tell her story.
Never going to get it out now.
Okay.
Stop, Mark. She's going to hemorrhage from her belly button.
I'll just leave it at this. I've had a great week, and it's probably the first week in my entire professional career. Go ahead, insert Eeyore. That, you know, there have been some challenges to the week, and I've just taken the approach that, okay, we're going to have challenges this week, and it's nothing. It's just life. It's just work. It's just relationships. It's just people. There's no judgment. There's no worry. There's no angst. There's no overthinking.
So what I'm hearing you say is you flushed the complexity this week.
Dun, dun. I feel like balloons should go off and things should be coming out of the sky.
Good for you. Good for you. Mark, anything on your rope before we dive into the stall?
I'll tell you, I do, but I'm excited about today's topic, so I will save my aha for the next one, and I'm probably going to write about it and share it with our listeners on the Facebook page. So more to come there. But yeah, I had some really interesting ahas.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what that means. It's time to step into the stall.
I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking.
All right, no walk-in music, but it is us. And just to give everybody some backdrop, this is actually a topic we pre-recorded one other time, but we were in different states of mind, and all of us agreed. We were like, you know what? Let's redo that one. Let's start from a fresh slate. And so you could see from the title of the show, it's called Biohazard. But what happened is we were all writing our bios for the website and to get our launch ready. And all three of us were really struggling, and we were struggling for different and unique reasons. And that led us to say, hey, let's talk about it. But even since that time, we've had to rewrite some different things. And so we thought this would be a great forum for us to share our own journey with you. Hopefully you'll hear yourself in this, and you'll even comment on our Facebook page and contribute your journey. But let's go behind the curtain and dive into the stall to go, why the hell is it so hard to celebrate our own awesomeness and to compile that into a bio or a resume? And so when we first unpacked this, and now even, I'd love to start with you, Phyllis. Like, when you hear the word, I got to write my bio, or the phrase, besides sticking your tongue out and going, bleh, what goes through your mind? Like, what is in front of you?
So, I was going back through old emails, and I saw where I sent my bio that I had finally written after months to Mark, and it was like something like, my bio, ick. So, even then, which I had like taken a lot of time, it feels daunting, and I think it feels daunting, particularly when you're doing it for a job search, perhaps, or even for this, but mostly for a job search. Because I find my mind always goes to, how do I make this great combination of competencies, skill sets, and the thing that's the hardest to capture, which is the essence of Phyllis Martin. And I always find myself trying to put it in a format or a form that I think employers are going to be interested in looking at and hearing. And it's just never been a great experience. And I'm always reminded, I've shared this with you before, how I was in the final phase of a job search one time, and the headhunter was like, God, you're so much better than your resume. And I was like, are you kidding? Yes, of course I'm better than my resume. Like, the resume should be the teaser, that whatever's on the paper should have piqued your interest, but in no way is that ever going to capture the essence of the human being, or the experience, or the philosophical approach of the human being that you are sitting across from. And so I have, clearly I have some issues with is now the time we're going to do this?
No, that's a different show.
Oh, it is a different show. Darn it. But I'm getting better at it, I think, as I become more whole and older, and also I am who I am. That's not going to change. And I have every bit of evidence to say, yeah, you should have a conversation with me. And then we can both go from there, because that's a two-way street.
I'm going to go next, Mark, because you just have these really cool thoughts and ideas. And
he does.
I think dude,
true.
We've had how many ever shows we've had? You always drop it. Like you're like, it's like whatever we say is like, oh, that was cool. And then here comes Mark around the corner, mic drop. Anyway, so I'm gonna let you do the mic drop. But I recently gave a keynote to the National MS Society in Northeast Florida. And it was a great experience. Thank you, Heidi Katz. Thank you, everybody. Mark, you were there. Awesome experience. I'd given them my bio, and I was listening as they were reading my bio. And I was like, God, did I really write that? That's way too damn long. Now, is it all true? Yes. Am I proud of it? Yes. But literally, all I could think of is, who am I writing for? Am I writing for them, or am I writing for me? Right? And if I'm writing for me to say, hey, gosh, I'm just going to show up, here I am, that's the mindset I think I would rather use when I'm writing a bio, right? Because when you're writing for them, you're trying to figure out what's going to make them relate. And it's so counterproductive in jobs and in so many environments when we try to project for them versus us. And that was a big aha. And so what I run into when I'm writing a bio is two things. Number one is how do I craft this so it doesn't sound over egotistical, and yet I'm really freaking proud of the things I've done. I mean, I've done some cool stuff in my life, and it's why I'm standing on a stage, or it's why I'm applying over here. But the other part now is different. It's like I'm going to reclaim my voice, tell my story, and that's got to resonate louder than anything else.
So I'm jumping in before Mark drops the mic, because
So much
Mark always
pressure.
has to do that.
So much pressure.
Well, you know what? We're going to do something if you don't handle it well. If you don't live up to the deal. You know, a part of that too is something you just said, like you're proud of all the stuff you've done, and that is, and you should be. You've done amazing, amazing things, yeah. And but part of it too is, again, we're human beings. And so the bio, I think part of the tension with me in the bio is, yeah, I've done stuff, but that's like such a fraction of what I want people to know about me. And I feel like culturally we've been trained to list all the stuff, the awards, the engagements, the whatever. I understand it has a place and it's important. From my perspective, it's not more important than who I am, because who I am allowed for this stuff to happen.
That, Mark, you need to quit the show. Phyllis just dropped it. I'm holding up.
I'm taking over.
I'm quitting the show.
No,
Oh, no.
Sorry.
You can't quit
No,
the show.
you're so right, Phil. That's it. It is who, that's what people want. People want us, you, me, to be us. This show will be successful to whatever level it is because we stay true to being us. And God, that's a major drop right there. And that is, when you're writing your damn bio, who is it for, and what, and who cares what you've done? It's who you are, because people are going to listen. They're going to be intrigued because I see myself. I see an alignment. I see a connection. Wow, that's somebody I'd want to spend time with. And I mean, who doesn't want to hang out with you, Phyllis? I mean, you are the coolest of us.
Can't imagine.
I know. Just your laugh alone. In fact, we need to record your laugh track. Anyway. All right, Mark.
So, you know, I think, and I go back to the fact that you're kicking me off the show if this is not good. So there's a lot of pressure to be thoughtful here.
It's a short bio.
It's a short.
He did a podcast for like
35 seconds.
3 episodes.
He had one great thought, and then we let him go. When I think of a bio, and I listen to bios, and I read resumes, and I've read tons of them, just like many of you, our listeners, have read, depending on the role or roles that you currently have, or you're going through LinkedIn. The story that comes to mind is this. I was recently on a vacation, and we went to a comedy show one of the nights we were on a cruise. And what was amazing was, you know, there was this comedian, and I realize not everybody is funny to everybody, and so please take that with a grain of salt, but it was like, you know, this comedian was featured on Comedy Central, you know, the Late 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 Show, this and that, and won this award, and they weren't funny. And it made me think of authenticity. And are we using words on a page to be somebody or to impress somebody, and to what end? And so when I look at my bio or I read other people's bio, I almost don't read it with authentic eyes. I read it as, did you really do these things? Is this really you? And I think what comes into my mind when I write my own, or have in the past, is one, imposter syndrome. Yeah, I did those things, but but did I really? And there were a lot of people involved. I mean, nothing I've ever done that was super successful I've ever done by myself, right? There's always somebody with you to do those things. And so there's that piece. You're like, oh, I led this huge charge against this thing. And you're like, yeah, but there was an army of people behind me. Then there's always that thought of like, well, my audience, well, I've got to speak in an executive tone, or I have to speak in a funny tone because it's about the podcast and it's got to have potty humor, or this is a Friends thing. So there's so many elements that make it complicated because there's so many voices in your head saying, well, that's too formal and that's not formal enough. And did you really do that? Or did you not really do that? And so what I think it comes down to is storytelling. If we could start sharing stories about who we are, it would be way more authentic than to say all the accomplishments that we did or did not do. And I think that for me is the failure of bios.
Well, it's the failure not of bios. It's the failure of I'm going to get pissy right now. It's the failure of a system that forces us to do exactly what the antithesis of what you just said.
Yes.
And I mean, I think about the job search modality of what is it called? What's the term for making sure
the ATI systems?
Yeah, the ATI systems, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a company, I don't remember, it was Workday or whatever. One of these large companies got sued and is maybe still in suit because they were basically looking at when somebody said, I have 20 years of experience, they were getting kicked out because it was age or anyway, I don't want to get into that. So the point is, these search engines and the way companies try to find talent is in complete opposition to the thing that they want.
Well, you're exactly right. So if I'm going for a job and I know that I have to have and there's websites like JobScan and others that you put your resume in and you see how many of the words in your resume match the job description. And if it's not at like 95%, that system is going to kick it out. And so what do? You put your resume or your cover letter into some sort of AI feature, whatever you like, ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot, and now you're starting to match stuff up. So when you then sit down to have an authentic conversation, it's just words to get someone to read it. It's lost its intentionality. It's lost its humanity. It's words. So you happen to read my thing. You happen to look at my artwork. And I think that's a scary place to be because it's almost like going out with somebody in the dark. You don't know what they look like, right? And because you can't see them. And so there's these words on a page, but is it them? Is it not them?
That is a powerful analogy. Sorry, Phil, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it just listening to the two of you, and I've been thinking about this too. It's almost like a standardized test. Mm-hmm. So people who have figured out who are great standardized test takers,
yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which goes back to how I think I started the conversation. It totally negates and rules out some high percentage of the population who have a lot of other competencies and skills and values and possibility because they couldn't figure out how to do that. And I feel like it's the same process now that we're going through because you do have to know how to work the system.
So what I'm hearing from us, because I think then the next stage of this conversation has to be around how do we simplify it. But what I'm hearing us say is it's a question of who am I? It's a question of who is this for? Who am I trying to impress? Am I being authentic or am I performing? Should this be a story, a pitch, a tagline? And is it truly at the essence of who I am?
And I think it's important to draw the line between currently what we can control and what kind of is controlled for us. And what I'm hearing, to quote your words, Mark, is what we're talking about. The name of the show is Biohazard, right? And So it's about your bio, and that's how you get introduced or how you write your introduction if you do that sort of thing. Your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook profile. And for so many of us, whether we're older or younger, it's still the same conundrum. I mean, look, I spend my time helping people realize their greater value. I help people literally. I mean, the value equation, was designed to say, let's just get to the cut and the chase of what defines you. You're not a this because of this, this, and this. You are actually this, and this is what matters. And it's natural and it's authentic. And I was literally just giving this recently in a seminar, and somebody said, "Yeah, that sounds great. I would say that from the mountaintops. But I'm afraid to put that in my profile." And I said to him, I was like, "Why? Isn't that you?" He's like, "Yeah, but," and that's the problem.
That's a confidence issue then.
Right. So, well, it's confidence, but also maybe that person is searching. No, I think it's two things. It's like, hey, you want to reflect this on your bio. So first of all, what I want us to do is to take the resume out of the conversation for a minute, because I think that's a different topic because of the science behind the way job search functionality is, that's not our show here today. But when it comes to how you present yourself to the world, what I've heard from both of you is, I'm freaking going back to my bio and I'm changing it. I am changing it to reflect the same person that you hear on this show, because that's authentic Al. Not all the extra accolades, and I'll throw in some of those things, sure, because people still want to know, oh, this person, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I think it's important that moving forward for whatever we talk about in the rest of this time together, we're talking about the authenticity of answering your questions, Mark. What do we stand for? Who are we? What matters to us? Because that's what people want to hear. And so my question then to you is, when we ask those questions, who are we? What do we stand for? What do you think complicates that?
An inability to put that into words. I meet with a lot of people. We're wordy people, right? And I think that's why we're able to do something like this. But a lot of people don't know how to translate the things that they've done or seen or experienced into words effectively. And when they do put it into words, there's shame, there's embarrassment. And I think that it sounds easy, and what you're saying sounds great, but you do that for a living. And I think when it comes down to someone writing something for LinkedIn, let's say, it's hard. It's hard in a way that maybe we don't understand, because we are wordy, we are writers, we are creatives. And so to translate, I've done these things, doesn't necessarily come off the page really well. And so I think that's one of the things. There's embarrassment. And those are just things that I have talked to people prior to the show, trying to get a better idea of, like, when they write their stuff, some of the objections that they run into. And that's what they shared with me.
But isn't there, sorry, Phil,
No, go
I'm
ahead.
going to just ask this question, and I'll step out. I think it's before that.
Okay.
I think it's before you can get to the words, you have to see it and understand it and clarify it in your mind. You have to have the inventory. First of all, let's go back to what you introduced, which was, forget what you've done in a moment, because the actions are a representation of what you stand for, who you are as a person, what you do, right? Like, for example, Al, what do I know about myself? Above all else, I bring positivity to the world. Like, first and foremost, everybody that knows me is like, oh my God, Al is just this positive person and he loves on people. Okay. That's quote unquote, the technical term is, that's his brand. All right. Now, all these other things I've done, MC, keynote spokesman, entrepreneur, I bring those things with me. It's not like they separate at, when it breaks the surface of the sky, right? And so under what we're talking about now, if I want to just be simple and not complicate shit, then when I introduce myself, I'm a positivity enthusiast who actually loves on people. End of story. Now, sure, there's other stuff, but I think that people struggle to convert what quote unquote they've done is much deeper than what they've done. It's tapping into who they are. All right, Phil, I'm done.
I'm just going to add one layer. Like we could go backwards and backwards, but I do think there's a layer of, and what jumped to me into my mind, Mark, when you were talking is the question, am I enough? Am I good enough as I am? And I think to get to the answer is yes. And when you can get to yes, then something is going to come out. And it's not going to be, Mark, I totally hear you. I mean, some people are great writers. Some people just, it comes naturally. Other people really, really struggle with how to do that. And somehow I think, for our listeners, getting to simplicity can be you are enough and what you write is enough for now. So then you learn more and then you can do more.
I think it is like the way that I relate it based on our conversation, the visual that comes to mind is a piece of art, right? So if you're an artist and you paint something, you paint it for yourself, right? You're really not painting it for an audience to love. You're painting it because you loved it. That was the image that was in your head, and you translated that onto a canvas. Same with your bio. You are the art, and it needs to be translated onto the canvas.
Now you get to drop the mic. I just threw toilet paper. I'm glad you came through. Thank you.
I was sweating.
I was too.
I know we're joking here, but I gotta tell you, that's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard.
Well, thank you.
Ooh. That is holy shikers.
Hey, Al.
Insert laugh track.
Al, can he stay now? Can he stay on the podcast now?
He can stay on the podcast. Mark.
Okay.
You can stay on the podcast. All right. I don't think there's another place that we could go from here.
I would agree.
Other than to take a moment of repose, to step out of the stall and do something that we call the roll-up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, pigeons and sparrows, war eagles, alligators, and three-legged hippopotami. This is the moment when, regardless of whether we have a guest or it's just the three of us in the stall, we dig deep. We unpack things that are Sphinx-like in their mysteries. And we ask the questions that move mountains. And that is why we call it the roll-up. So, each of us has not warned one another of the questions we're about to ask. Now, when we ask our guests, in case this is the first time you're joining us, we have some questions we ask, as well as some random stuff. But when it's just the three of us, we have no idea what poo is being flung. I'm so sorry. By the way, that's such a cool, funny phrase. Flung poo. In fact, I dare one of you to introduce yourself. Phyllis.
Yes.
I dare you to introduce yourself as flung poo.
I'm going to do it. Don't you worry about it. It's happening. Hi, we're on the complexity of toilet paper this afternoon. I'm Flung Poo. Let me introduce you.
And by the way, if you happen to be anywhere in the world and your name actually is Flung Poo,
you're on the show.
We apologize.
No, you got to come on the show.
You have
complexified your life with your name, and we want to hear all your stories. So
Flung
please call
Poo.
us.
All right. Here we go. Who wants to start? We don't have an order.
I will start.
Mark, go.
If the walls of your bathroom could talk, what would they say about you?
Oh, shies. Good Lord. after the bios. Oh my God.
Well, that's exactly why I came up with this. I figured if we're going to talk about bios, if the walls of your bathroom was writing your bio, what would it say about you?
I'm going to tell you.
Phil, come on. You want to go first, Phil?
Somebody's got to go.
Al,
All right,
you go.
I'll go first. All right. One thing, or can we say two things?
Sure.
3.
All right. It would say two things. Man, that guy's fast. No, actually, sorry. No. It would say, man, that guy's consistent. Okay. Consistent. All right. I thank God. I pray it doesn't change when I get really old, but since I've been a kid, it's been like, and I know what I'm doing, and it's like clockwork. Okay. So consistency.
Okay.
All right. The second thing.
Oh, there's 2.
No, remember, yeah, there was 2. The second thing is, God, why does he talk so much?
Is there somebody in there with you, or
I will.
He's just in there talking. You know,
we've had a guest or two or so discuss this, but yeah. I will talk to some people. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Phyllis,
I think the walls of the bathroom would say, like Al, 2 things. One, it's going to come out wrong.
is that what it would say? It's going to come out wrong?
No.
Okay.
It would say, gosh, she's deep, because I always do my deep thinking in the bathroom. Combined with, she's a multitasker, because I do a lot of things when I'm in there. Like, there are several things that go on. I can do things. I can answer email. I can wipe down baseboards. I'm, very flexible.
I was going to say, like, your baseboards,
there's a lot. There's a lot. Sometimes I'm putting on makeup at the same time. It just depends.
Hey, Mark.
No.
Hey, don't tell Phyllis. Cone of silence. Don't tell Phyllis. But next time we're at her house, let's go look at the size of her bathroom, because I'm trying to figure out how she can do the baseboards while she's going potty.
Don't you worry about it. I'll show.
Hey, does this mean like you have like all your like cleaning supplies close to the toilet?
Yeah.
I did notice her baseboards are very clean in her bathrooms.
Didn't you though? I have a thing about baseboards.
I did.
All right, you guys are weird.
I do.
All right. Your question, Phil. Go ahead.
Maybe Mark doesn't have to answer his own question. Okay.
Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think my bathroom would just tell, Al, you talked about being Speedy Gonzalez in the old cartoon, or Roadrunner, super in there and fast, right? Mine would be the opposite. Be like, don't you have something else to do today other than spend your afternoon sitting in here?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Why are my legs numb? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what? One
I don't know
time when I
Who
was
is that?
like one time when I was younger, a lot younger. Why am I sharing this story? I really did fall asleep on the toilet. And when I woke up, my legs were numb, and I went to stand up and I couldn't. They had fallen asleep. And it wasn't drunk. It was the drinking was not involved. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. Well, and there you have it. Mm-hmm. So I have a question.
Okay.
Not as good as Mark's, but it's still a question.
Hey, see, there you are negating your own value.
Oh my God! Why
Stop
on earth
it.
would I? All right. I want to know what your panic buy at the grocery store is when you feel like your life is falling apart.
Oh wow! I got that chocolate chip mint ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
That's my go-to. If you see me just sitting with a half pint of chocolate chip mint ice cream, it's been a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I've got a combo, and considering that I'm a type 1 diabetic, this is deadly. So I hope my insulin pump is not listening to me, or my endocrinologist. Mine is a 1-2 punch. It is. I can't remember the name of it. I should. It's the combo of like chocolate. Anyway, trail, something trail, whatever. Anyway, it's Publix, like chocolate, peanut butter, and something else. I
Like
can't
Chex
remember.
Mix? Like they
Ice
make-
cream?
No.
Is it ice cream?
It's it's an ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah, it's an
oh,
ice
ice
cream.
cream.
Yeah, it's an ice cream. What's that ice cream that's got like three
Moose
things in
Tracks?
it? Moose Tracks. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's a good
It is Publix Moose Tracks with Hostess Ding Dongs.
Oh,
Yum.
wow. Yeah.
Absolute, like, just sedate me, which it pretty much does anyway because of the blood sugar. So, yeah, I buy that and my insulin pump texts me and go, you are an asshole. You realize that, right?
Yeah, you should probably not do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Is what your pump says. I think you should because that's a good
Thank you.
mix. Yeah. Phyllis, did you go on that one? It was your question.
Okay, so I don't have a thing at the grocery store, but I do have, and we've slightly discussed it, when I feel like life is out of control, I have to, I clean my baseboards because it's controllable. Hence, clean baseboards. Yeah, I know. Don't. No.
There's this. That's really a whole show right there. I don't even know how to respond to that other than there's got to be some level of complexity and something else mixed together to make that happen. I
Probably
don't know.
so, but it like makes me feel 1,000 times better. And also,
Listen,
my baseboards are clean.
my baseboards are not that clean. So if you're feeling that way, if you wouldn't mind coming over,
I'm coming over.
I will have chocolate chip ice cream and
If you are listening to this episode and you work with a company that specializes in cleaning baseboards, would you please contact us? We would like you to sponsor Phyllis. Not the show necessarily, but Phyllis, brought to you by...
who,
All right.
and if you bring her a shirt with your company logo on it, she'll wear it while she cleans.
100%. I like everybody to have
Clean baseboards.
baseboards.
That's great.
All right, what's your question, Al?
Well, my damn question now is, did I clean my baseboards before Phyllis comes over?
No.
All right, I have two questions. Here you go. First question. What's your blush?
like the color of
What
my
is
blush.
it? No,
blush.
no. What
I'm
is
naturally
it
this color.
that no matter what, where, how, you will probably blush?
If someone asked me to sing, I can't sing.
You'll blush?
I'll blush. I'll
Oh,
actually
wow.
get embarrassed. I don't get embarrassed by doing almost anything
No karaoke.
other than singing. Singing is the only thing that makes me embarrassed.
Okay. Phil,
I don't.
what's your blush?
Do I blush?
We've seen you blush. I can't remember to what.
I think
but
just
we've
when I
seen
get
you blush.
nervous in general, I blush. I'm sure I
Oh, come
blushed
on,
like
you're not
through the
getting
first
off.
10 podcasts we did.
I think, well, I don't know if but that's your blush, though. It's what we've seen.
Yeah.
But you don't blush anymore like you used to.
No.
So you've kind of, no, I'm talking about, there's got to be something that's like, you're going to blush and you'll blush forever because of this. Ladies and gentlemen, what you don't see is her mouth is stretched. Her eyes are nearly watering as she thinks hard to come up with an answer
Pass.
for fear of being kicked off. Pass.
All right.
All right.
Give me a better question.
what's your
I need a different
blush?
question.
What's your blush?
Yeah.
My blush, and this is so, obviously you guys know this. My blush is, hey, aren't you that Kia guy? Aren't you that Toyota guy? So for those of you that don't know, which is probably the majority of you, I was on camera as a spokesman for car dealerships for close to 20 to 25 years throughout the Southeast, and a lot of it in Jacksonville, Florida. And I don't know why, but whenever people bring that up, I blush.
I get it.
Okay. All right. So here's your second question, Phil, since I had two, and then we'll wrap this puppy. And Mark, you don't get to answer this unless you want to. You'll understand why when I ask this song. Don't give me that look. All right. Phyllis, first, what's your shower song?
That depends on like what day it is, but oh gosh, I just had a shower. So occasionally it's Hallelujah, Katie Lang's version of it, which I think is just a beautiful version. Sometimes I make up a song.
Okay, good. Wow. Creative in the shower.
It was Linda Ronstadt the other day. Yeah, it just depends. And you know what? I love singing in the shower. And my last vocal coach was like, it's because of the acoustics in the shower.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't sing when you clean the baseboards?
No, cleaning the baseboards is all business.
Okay. All right.
Don't mess with my baseboards.
Mark?
Yeah, I don't have a song. No.
I don't have a song either, but I do have music, and I love to listen to Shine Down in the shower, which sounds like, Shine Down in the shower. Okay. Well, there you have it. Deep thoughts. Thank you, Jack Handy. Reference to
Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live. Great show. God, this has been fun.
It has been fun.
Can I just tell you, I love you. I love each of you. I love this. I love this experience. What a way to build a friendship. And, I just love you guys. Our next guest, who's going to be appearing on the show, you can always find out when you check out our shows. And our shows can be found, of course, on our feed. Just search for The Complexity of Toilet Paper. We're hosted through Buzzsprout. But if you want the direct link, go to our Facebook page, The Complexity of Toilet Paper. We hope you've enjoyed the past shows so far. And just moving forward, just so you know the cadence, what we're trying to do is create a good mix of shows where we've gotten a great human being and we're exploring a unique thing like we did with Toby Kinsel. That was a great show. Fantastic. As well as shows like this, which is just the three of us in the studio. So anyway, real quick around the horn. What's your big takeaway from Biohazard? Phil?
Mark really said it. Authenticity, truth to self, and a theme that has run through a lot of our shows, which is around fear and letting that go.
Mine is, what do you stand for and who are you versus what you've done? That's me. Mark?
Mine is, you are the art, and whatever you paint onto that canvas is beautiful. Just be true to yourself.
We call this The Complexity of Toilet Paper, and that's about as simple as it gets. Thank you for joining us. Have an amazing whatever next happens. And hey, when you step into the stall, think of us. It's okay. We're safe.
Did you say toilet paper?
Everything complicated. One big medieval mess.
I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking.
This is The Complexity of Toilet Paper.